Hi, everyone, and welcome to our One Green Thing interactive online workshop. We're thrilled to have you. Tonight, we're going to talk about Love Your Mother Earth, connecting nature and well-being. We're thrilled for you to join us. First, we're going to talk about our approach to climate action, the service superpower assessment. If you haven't taken it, you should take it. It's at OneGreenThing.org. There'll be a link in the captions to this YouTube video. Then we're going to talk about the launch of our Love Your Mother Earth campaign, and then ideas to take action by principle. And we'll go over 3 of our 7 principles. So first, the One Green Thing movement starts at the intersection of the climate crisis and mental health. And if you've participated in these workshops before, you can just fast forward until we talk about time and nature and well-being and the peer-reviewed scientific literature about that. But if not, just stay with us and we'll do a quick little introduction. So our mission at One Green Thing is to tackle eco-anxiety through joyful daily action, leading to culture change for policy solutions. Action helps abate anxiety, connection lessens loneliness, and policy scales solutions. One of the things that I've found in my 20 plus years of environmental advocacy is that more and more people are connecting the dots between the extreme weather we're experiencing and climate change. They believe in climate change. The vast majority of Americans believe that it's real. They know it's caused by primarily our energy choices and burning fossil fuels, but they're not really sure how to get involved. So what I created, which is what is called a service superpower assessment. Think Myers-Briggs, Enneagram, or Strength Finders. And the whole idea is that you take an assessment to try to find out, how do you show up in service? How do you show up for the people that you love? And there's 7 different service superpowers that I call them: the adventurer, the beacon, the influencer, the philanthropist, the sage, the spark, and the wonk. And you can take this 5-minute assessment at OneGreenThing.org, and it also matches you with a 7-day plan to get started on this idea of doing one green thing each day can help ease your anxiety, but also shift the culture so that the big global policy solutions we need will work. And so that leads us to today's workshop, which is time in nature and well-being. There's all kinds of wonderful peer-reviewed scientific literature that shows we need time outdoors. It's really important for our mental, physical, emotional, and I would argue our spiritual health. There's this whole concept called biophilia, which writer E.O. Wilson has given all kinds of talks and written books about, and this idea that we are hardwired to spend time in nature as humans. There's also research that shows that time outside decreases the stress hormone cortisol in our blood. And even simply viewing photos of nature, not even being out in nature, but viewing photos of nature can help humans relax. So one of the things I heard a lot as a Gen Xer growing up was go outside and play. And that's something that young people today don't hear, because all of us, all the generations are tied to our smartphones or gaming systems or our computers. And in fact, the average young person ages 18 to 16 spends more than 10 hours, I know it's hard to believe, but more than 10 hours a day connected to some type of electronic media, because that even happens at school, that they're connecting to computers. So that downtime outside is not something that young people have like many older generations did. So that's why it's important that we promote outdoor education in school, and also as families and in communities embrace this idea of taking time, just a few minutes away from the computer, away from the phone, away from the gaming system, to go outside. One of my favorite writers is Anne Lamott, and she has a fantastic quote. It says, "Go outside, look up, the secret to life." And even that 5 to 10 minutes can make a huge difference in your outlook. The peer-reviewed scientific literature shows that time outside improves physical fitness. It creates more vitamin D. It leads to better sleep. It also decreases anxiety, decreases ADHD symptoms, increases creativity, and creates a heightened sense of self-esteem. So with that, knowing how important it is for our bodies, our mind, and our spirit to spend time outdoors, and it doesn't have to be a 5-hour hike. It can simply be a walk around the block. It can be what Anne Lamott says is go outside and look up. We are embarking on a new campaign at One Green Thing, and that is our Mother's Day campaign. And for a lot of people, Mother's Day is complicated. For some, it isn't. But the point is that we all share one mother in common, and that is Mother Earth. So on Monday, May 15th, the day after Mother's Day, we're encouraging everyone to take their service superpower assessment and then do a practice of One Green Thing. Use the hashtag OneGreenThing for 7 days. So we've tied each day to one of the principles that you can find in the book One Green Thing, or you can see on the website OneGreenThing.org. And the first principle is no, you can't go it alone. So here are some ideas of activities based on your service superpower. The first is to visit your local park and bring a journal, look up, listen, touch the ground, write about how time and nature makes you feel. The beacon, you can do this 20-30 visualization exercise, which is on our website, which encourages you to think, what if we get it right? What could society look like if we embrace compassion and equity and green design and a green way of life as we recreate the future? What could that look like? For an influencer, invite friends over to eat dinner, play a game, or go for a walk, and talk about your hope for the future and what compassion means to you. The philanthropist, donate to a local conservation organization or a mental health organization. For the sage, just check in with yourself and practice self-compassion. And with the spark, start up a conversation with your neighbor. Just with this time of polarization, fewer and fewer people are making those connections in their communities. And with the wonk, check out chapter 12 of the book One Green Thing, which talks about the health benefits and the scientific health benefits of practicing compassion and also self-compassion. Day 2 is think beyond your age. And this is just a simple concept that we need to start thinking of ourselves as ancestors. We need to ask ourselves, how are we going to pay it forward for the next generation? So with an adventurer, plan an activity outside with a young person that you care about. Beacons, think about a family Zoom or conversation about climate action and climate solutions and what gives you hope for the future. For influencers, talk to someone from a different generation and ask them for a book recommendation or a documentary about hope. For the philanthropist, highly recommend you watch the documentary Youth v. Gov. We'll have that link, and we're going to post all of this on social media so you can learn more about youth climate lawsuits. There's a big one happening in Montana. It's called Held v. Montana. It's supposed to go to trial in the middle of June, which is very exciting. But young people are basically demanding that older generations take action on climate. For a sage, ask a friend who is younger about or older about their thoughts on climate change and what gives them hope. For a spark, ask, your parents, your grandparents, an older person that you care about. Ask them to talk about the big positive changes they've seen in society. Some of the things we forget to do is tell young people that, yes, we know we have a big way to go, but we've seen significant progress in our lifetimes, and we forget to have that very specific, deliberate conversation with them. And then as a wonk, foster conversations around generations by asking a family or friends to share a climate news article at the table. Day 3 is see energy in a new light. And then we continue for the whole 7 days, each with a principle and each with suggested One Green Things based on your service superpower. And of course, you can do this. You can do your own One Green Thing. It's just the idea of doing one thing each day. You can do it on your own. You can do it as a family, or you could do it together. So everything from calling your member of Congress, if you're an adventurer, to planning to show up at your next school board meeting to talk about climate change education, to emailing your city council and asking them about their sustainability plan. All kinds of simple, concrete, but important ways for you to take one simple action each day to help shift that culture toward these big climate solutions. So please watch us on Instagram, on Facebook, sign up for our email list and see our campaign unfold. And we really hope that you participate. So we just encourage you to engage in this daily practice of sustainability. I think one of the things we forget to talk about is that daily action and connecting to nature and doing a One Green Thing can actually ease ego anxiety, but also bring more joy into your life. These actions are joyful when you're exercising agency, when you're doing what you can and knowing that you're doing your part to try to help create a greener, healthier, more just future. Please participate in our campaign. We also have a fun resource called the Be an Awesome Ancestor Pledge. That's on our website too. Please take that, where you're making a commitment to be the best ancestor possible, and really embracing this idea of cathedral thinking and thinking about what are we building for that next generation. Please check out my TED Talk, also available at OneGreenThing.org. And we hope that you join our community and get involved. Please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Here are all our handles. We'll also put those in the caption of the YouTube video. We hope you subscribe to the video as well, and to our series, and join our community. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope that you all spend some time outdoors. Thank you.